Hey guys, I am Jennifer from the blog Our Urban Playground, and I'm here with Kyro from Braille Skateboarding, and he's been teaching me how to skateboard. It's been really awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I wanted to interview him today about kind of his journey, so to speak, and what happened with him. You were from Montana.
Yes, a very, very small town in Montana.
Okay, and then you came to San Francisco. What year did you come to San Francisco?
Let's see, I graduated high school in 2002.
Uh-huh.
Then I went to Vancouver, British Columbia for 1 year.
Why there?
So I went to college there.
Okay.
So I did 1 year of film school where I did more skateboarding than film. And then I went to San Francisco from there.
Cool. And why did you choose San Francisco? I know that it's a skateboarding town to a degree,
Yeah.
but I don't know much about it.
Well, San Francisco is the only place I had been to. I had never been to LA at that time.
Okay.
Now looking back, it probably would have been a better move to go to LA. But San Francisco had this one spot that was a manual pad, and it's manual skating is like my kind of skating. So
What's manual skating?
It's where you go on two wheels. And
Okay.
You balance on two wheels.
Okay.
And you have to
The front two wheels?
either way.
The back two wheels?
Yeah.
Okay.
Manual or nose manual would be the front two wheels, right?
Okay.
So I pretty much moved here for that spot, which sounds kind of ridiculous, but I'm
So
pretty
for
ridiculous.
one spot on the whole planet, you moved to San Francisco?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, and then, it was just the only place I had ever been, so I think it was just a little less scary than moving to like LA. And at the time, San Francisco was a big skateboard community. We had magazines here, and lots of skaters were here. And now, like, that spot is gone, a lot of the spots are gone, and now there's less industry in San Francisco now, I feel like, that's my opinion,
Okay.
than there is in LA, because there's a lot in LA, and tons of plazas everywhere, and tons of skate parks, and all the companies.
All right.
So that's why I moved to San Francisco, though.
Okay.
To give you a good idea. I was, like, in college, and I might have stayed in Vancouver, but I couldn't live there, because I didn't have a visa.
Oh, right. Yeah, because it's a different country.
Right.
Okay, cool. So then why did you start, because there's different tracks that people take to go professional as a skateboard and
Yeah.
make that their career. So you told me a little bit about how you started doing YouTube channels or YouTube videos before it was kind of a thing to
Yeah.
do YouTube videos. Can
Yeah.
you tell me about that a little bit?
Yeah, well, I guess I had a few sponsors that were really good, but I wasn't going anywhere with it. I wasn't like progressing up in the ranks of those sponsors, and it was just kind of wasn't going anywhere. And then I had these 2 video parts that went out, and it was cool. A lot of people saw them, and apparently like a lot of people on the East Coast were recognizing me, and it was cool, and they really liked it, but still like the sponsor thing was going it was just stuck.
Kind of just,
It was stuck for a very long time. Like at the different levels of sponsorship, which I made a video on my channel covering like the different levels of sponsorship.
yeah, I watched that.
Yeah, so I was stuck at that lowest level.
Okay.
And some people just are gonna be stuck there forever. And that probably would have been me. And so I combined these 2 video parts and I put them on YouTube. And if it's the first video we ever uploaded on the Braille channel is that one.
Okay.
And it got a lot of views, surprisingly out of nowhere. And I was just like, whoa, this is crazy. It was like when YouTube was brand new.
Yeah.
And it just did really well. And that was like a shocker. Because
Okay.
in the skateboard community, I had been like in a magazine in Canada and had a couple like little pieces of exposure, but
Like
all
little
very
kind of
small.
flashes in a pan kind of things?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that happened, but I was still stuck. It's not like the companies then went like, wow, this video got a lot of views, because YouTube had just kind of just come out.
And it wasn't really cool at that point for
It was
skaters to put their
very-
work on YouTube.
Yeah, it was very uncool.
Okay.
And so it was kind of like I don't care. I guess I'm very uncool.
If I'm just going to be mediocre for the rest of my life, I might as well do this uncool YouTube
Yeah,
thing.
that's right.
Okay.
So I did that.
Uh-huh.
And then just with skateboarding, and I ended up for one reason or another, that reasons I have no idea why, I just kind of had lost sponsorships.
Lost?
Yeah, I
Okay.
would go in to get boards, and they'd be like, guess what? We're not going to give you boards anymore. And I'd be like, why? And they'd be like, we're just doing cuts on the team, and we're really sorry, and it's nothing personal, and there's no like hard feelings
I think,
there.
well, partly it was that when you were coming up, we hit recession in the country.
Yes.
So marketing budgets were cut, and people weren't buying as much. So I think that was part of what you experienced as well.
Yeah, that's right. And they were literally like, listen, we're so sorry, we're cutting half of the team, and you're just one of the guys that's getting cut.
Okay.
So, but you know, when you're like, you take your whole life and you move it to California, and you're going to do one thing is to become a professional skateboarder.
Right.
And then you lose your sponsors. It doesn't matter if there's a recession. You're destroyed.
You're like, oh.
You're destroyed inside.
Totally.
So I was kind of like that, and like that happened, and then I put the YouTube video up kind of right after that. So then that was kind of like okay, this is cool. Like I can kind of do that. And then later on, when YouTube got bigger, then it became like this thing where all of a sudden you could do YouTube, and that could kind of help you. You don't even need the sponsors.
Right. Because, I mean, YouTube is an amazing platform.
Right.
Because it is very user-friendly and as well creator-friendly. And they really want you to succeed. They want your content to be amazing.
Right.
And they do things to support you, and you've had an amazing relationship with YouTube.
Yeah, it's been incredible. And it's not, I don't mean to say like I don't need sponsors, because I still do. Like I want sponsors.
You need sponsors.
Sponsor
Aaron Kyro.
So yeah, I'm still like out there looking for sponsors.
Sure.
But it's not the same as it was before, where it's like, this is life and death.
Sure.
The only way, because
the only way my wife and I are going to eat is if I have sponsors.
Yeah, exactly. So YouTube helps a ton, and then it became this whole thing, and then I ended up getting on Revive Skateboards, which is like another company that basically started from YouTube.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so Andy Schrock, who runs Revive, he has a big YouTube channel as well.
Okay.
And so I was doing my YouTube channel, and he was doing his, and then I asked him to be sponsored, and he was like, yeah, of course. It's like we're like a great team. It's a great fit, and it couldn't have been like any better. So that worked out incredible.
Let's show your board. Let me see. This is amazing. I was so excited. See, it says his name, Aaron Kyro, really cool. I was so excited when I saw, on Instagram is when I saw it first, that you had gone pro, and I was like, yay! Because I was already writing in my videos of you that you were pro, and I got called out like, Aaron's not pro, and I was like, whoopsies.
I mean, a lot of people, like I would go to a skate park and people would be like, hey, you're pro. And it's kind of weird to be like, well, technically I'm not really pro because my name is not on a board. So, when you're a kid and your goal is to become a pro skater, I've had that goal since I was probably 9 years old.
Wow.
And then it finally occurred when I was much later on in life, and that's all I'll say about that. But it's, I feel like everything couldn't have been better.
Yeah.
Like if it would have worked out any other way, I don't think it would have been as good as it is now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. I want to talk a little bit about your community that you have. Because you have, tons and tons of people who follow you on Instagram and obviously on your YouTube channel, and you refer to them as your Braille Army.
The Braille Army.
And I've been really impressed with how kind of like, I wouldn't say they're dedicated to you, that's the wrong thing, but they're kind of just really supportive and really into skateboarding.
Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit about your relationship with all of those people?
Yeah, I mean, well, I guess my relationship with them and like my viewpoint on it is that I try to put out as much content as I can. Mm-hmm. And I want, every now and then I'll read through the comments and I'll see like, what do kids want? Or I'll do a full survey. Another thing that I've done that's been really good, just in terms of like keeping that communication with them, is I'll do a survey and I'll be like, what videos do you guys not like? What videos do you like? What do you want to see more of? Mm-hmm. And then I feel like I can get their input and then make more of that.
Okay.
Like I would like to be able to spend more time answering comments and being on Instagram and answering comments. I know I'm not good at that.
He doesn't even answer my text messages. So he's like really sucky at answering comments.
Yeah. But I try to do it in a different way where I go, what videos do you guys want to see? And then I'll make those videos.
Yeah.
So I still like have that communication in with them, and I'm trying to work out various different ways to do this better. Actually, Braille Army it's this huge project that I haven't even really announced yet. It's going to be like a series of tricks where a kid can go, these are the tricks I know, this is my rank in the Army.
Oh, that's cool.
And it gives them like a way, and then like they learn more tricks and their rank
so they can
in the
move
Army
up
builds up
like to total like general.
Yeah, exactly.
I
And
see.
we'll have like cool contests where the whole idea is that, see, we have this little crew where Lance comes out and films and Gabe comes out and skates, and we have other people that come skate with us.
Yeah.
And I want kids to put that together in their town.
Nice.
And I want to teach them how to make videos. And so we're going to actually launch a separate channel for the Braille Army, which will be their videos can go on that channel.
This is so exciting. I'm getting him to spill like this inside skinny.
Yeah,
this is really great.
Yeah, so we've had this in the planning stages for probably a good 6 months.
So you could have like a Braille Army Chicago, Braille Army, just the different areas in the U.S.
And they'll make their own like little names.
Yeah.
I shouldn't call them little names. Their own awesome Army squadron names. No, they're not little. So yeah, the whole idea is, when I was growing up, we had like skate crews.
Okay.
And the skate crew made videos. But these days, I go to these like towns, like when I went to Ohio, there's incredible skateboarders.
Yeah.
And I go, they're like, we want to be sponsored. And I'm like, where's your video part? When I was a kid, all we did was make video parts. I have like,
so you have to, in order to like kind of get sponsored and get your stuff out there, you have to do videos, you have to promote yourself.
Yeah.
It's not just like, it's different than being like a baseball person where scouts are going to come find you. It's a whole different type of
there's scouts in skateboarding too, team managers, but they're not going to find you if you don't have a video part. Like they don't go to the skate park and watch people skate and be like, oh, he's good. No, they wait for video parts to come in and watch them.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
thank you. Thanks for interviewing with me. And you should go subscribe to Braille Skateboarding right up here.
And you should subscribe to Our Urban Playground.
Right here.
Right, wherever.
And if you have anything else that you want to know about our Can You Teach a Mom to Skateboard project, it's been really fun. You can leave a comment below, or anything else you want to ask Aaron. I will try to get him to answer them in the comments. Even if I have to like call him and say, hey, this person has this question, what's the answer? And I'll type it in for him, because I don't know, because when you're so tired when you go home, you just crash. So leave a comment below and we'll see if we can get Aaron to answer some questions. All right, thanks so much.